Guys on a mission through the movieverse tonight. Chasing aliens, bad plots, and CGI that ain't quite right. Dave leads the charge with the captain's command. John's the rookie, still learning where to land. Shane drops beats that walk through time. Chad fixes tech with precision so fine. The Sci-Fi Guys. The Sci-Fi Guys.
Hello, everyone. This is Dave, and with me is Chad and John today.
Hello there.
Did that thing mess up on you guys?
Yeah, it glitched
The
out.
intro?
Yes.
I mean, towards the beginning.
Hello?
yeah.
It's just an intro.
I think
Hello?
my headphones are jacked up. Wow.
Ooh.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
This is going to start out to be a great show.
Just run it back
Give
again.
me... Yeah. No, I can't restart it. Can I pause it? Let me try to pause the show. Okay. Okay, we're back. I had to pause, and my headphones were just stopped working. I don't know. Have no
It's
idea.
the fact that you made me full stop laugh and then have to stop because you hit record again, Dave. That's the part for me.
Well, anyway, sorry. How are you guys this week?
Delightful.
Delightful. I'm going to be driving to Atlanta in the morning.
Ugh. Well, it
Oh,
depends
yuck.
on what time of day of how disgusting that is.
It's supposed to be cold.
23
that's
degrees.
It's even worse. Atlanta drivers don't know what to do in the cold,
Yeah.
which they don't really know what to do. Period. But that's a whole separate story.
I'm just hoping it doesn't snow and doesn't freeze me in on the road like back in the what year was it? Was like The Walking Dead on 75.
Oh yeah, when it froze and then they shut Atlanta down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember that. That was craziness. It didn't snow here, right?
No.
I don't remember. No, it didn't. But it snowed up there. Yeah, because I was still working on the base. Yeah, I remember that. Anyway, so Chad, don't you have some exciting news?
Exciting news.
Your son.
Oh yeah, see, I was not trying to. All right, so yeah, my son. My son's been doing scouts for about 5 years now, and we are finally crossed over to the troop. We're waving goodbye to the Cubbies and hello to the troop.
There you go.
So he's not going to be a Cub Scout. He's going to be a Boy Scout now.
Yes,
Okay. Or Scout, whatever. I mean, I don't know what
Scout
the proper
BSA.
term-
But yeah,
Yeah. Cool. That's exciting. I did Cub Scouts for like 2 weeks. I got it was longer than that, I'm sure. I got the first little badge. It was a blue uniform. This is way back in the
it's still blue.
70s. And I think it was a Bobcat was the first one or something like that. I remember that was, and I never did. I was like, nope. My parents were like, nope. So just wasn't my cup of tea. I mean, I think it's great. You know, at the time I was into other stuff. I don't know why. But I think it was part of it is, you know, like in your case, because you're a leader. So I think he gets a lot of that and he enjoys a lot of it because he gets to spend time with you. You know, my dad had nothing to do with scouts whatsoever. So I think that was part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Probably that checks.
Yeah. Well, everyone, we watched a movie this week. Was not a B movie.
No,
No, not at all. It actually was a pretty decent movie. It
Pretty-
was
Mad
Mad
Max.
Max. The original Mad Max from 1979.
An important distinction.
Is what we ended up watching.
Yeah, it has been a distinction because you got you look up Mad Max, so you might think of the Mad Max Fury Road.
Mm-hmm. I say we were talking before the show, and that's probably the one I know in terms of popularity the most because it's the one that pops up everywhere.
Right, because it's newer.
Nuance.
Yeah. Oh, what did I do with that? Oh, I'll find it here in a minute.
Do you find it?
Yeah. Chad, go ahead and give us a plot summary of this movie.
So, just in case somebody hasn't seen Mad Max, I'm not going to give any spoilers out just yet. So, Mad Max is set in a near futuristic Australia on the edge of societal collapse, where a hardened highway patrol officer faces escalating violence from outlaw biker gangs. As order breaks down, the film explores survival, justice, and how thin the line is between lawman and outlaw.
Yeah. That was one of John and I were talking when we were waiting for you to come on. That was one of my favorite lines in this movie where he was like, I got to stop. Otherwise, I'm going to start enjoying doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, you also got to think the chief, their boss, I don't care what y'all do out there, just make it legal.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, normally at this point we do the Metacritic. We're not going to do that this week because Shane's not here. Wouldn't be fair to him. He may come in later on. We don't know yet. He's got another opportunity, another commitment. That's a better word. Commitment that he's got to do. And if he gets in here, then we'll jump in here. If not, we'll be doing the Metacritic, 2 of them next week. But just so you know, everyone is tied up right now. So we've actually done 3 movies. I know we've only had 2 podcasts, but the first movie was Dune Part 1 and Part 2. So that's the case why we have 3 of them up here. Anyway, so, okay, let's discuss the special effects. What'd you guys think? Remember, this was 1979 when it was released. So you know it was...
Very little special effects on the, especially...
Yeah, I mean, I would say I give it credit for having explosions.
Yeah.
Because those are, especially for the time, that was your big special effect, was let's blow something up and have a big fireball. So I give them credit for that. I give them credit for set building and kind of just having this general world. But for the most part, it really just felt like they said, here's what we need for a scene. Let's find it somewhere and let's just go film there. It didn't really seem like they did as much world building behind their effects, as it were, even for that time period.
Yeah, the thing is with their special effects is, and what I saw and read, that they had to actually go clean up behind them, pick up pieces behind them to get the roads ready for back.
Yeah, for regular traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I can see that totally. I mean, they destroyed a lot of vehicles and such, you know. No, when I say special effects, all right, it doesn't have to be CGI or anything like that.
Well, yeah, but even then.
Yeah, well, for example, like some of the crashes and all that, that's all considered special effects. You know, the way they did it, you know, like when they actually jumped the car through the trailer, you know, and then knocked over the telephone booth. That's what that big red thing was, by the way. That was a telephone booth. Of course, remember, this was filmed in Australia. So,
well, John might remember it as Doctor Who.
I'll say it was a TARDIS. Yeah. What do you mean?
Yeah, it looked like a TARDIS, but it was red, not blue. So there was a lot. I mean, there was some, like, for example, like when Max, after he got his arm run over, he was able to reach his shotgun and was able to shoot the one guy on the motorcycle, you know, and then you saw him fly backward. Unfortunately, you could still see the rope that was tied to the back of him that pulled him off the motorcycle. But, you know, things like that. I mean, I thought the special effects were fine, especially this was a low budget movie.
Mm.
What do y'all think the budget was for this movie?
Uh,
Just throw a number out there.
Don't ask me. I looked it up.
Okay, John, what do you think it was?
The equivalent of whatever 5 million would be nowadays.
The budget for this movie was in U.S. dollars $350,000.
Jeez.
Mel Gibson got paid $10,000. That's it. But this movie went on to make $100 million.
Hey, I looked it up. It was about $1.5 million in today's money. So
okay, $1.5 million. Well, that's a far cry from 5 million.
Yeah.
oh, 100%.
But yeah, I mean, I thought they did. Considering such a low budget, the plot,
Yeah.
or the story,
The story, even for what this movie was and for the year it came out. I mean, you have Star Wars trailblazing what most of common sci-fi films are, and here comes Mad Max doing almost like a nuclear apocalyptic racelands.
Yeah, I mean, considering also it wasn't that long before this, George Lucas, he worked on American Graffiti, which was all about race cars and all that. So you kind of had that mixed in with Star Wars, and then you kind of got a mishmash Mad Max. I mean, it wasn't the greatest, but it wasn't. When it comes to story, I thought the story was very choppy.
That's
if that makes
a
sense.
great word for it. I was gonna say, because I got lost several times just because we would kind of make a jump and suddenly we're with completely different people. I'm like, hold on a second, I don't know anything about this person.
Yeah, I mean, the first 43 minutes of the movie, you barely saw Max at all. You saw him get rid of the Knight Rider, which as a kid, when I saw this movie, because I saw Mad Max 2, The Road Warrior first. And then when I got a little older, I was able to see Mad Max. I rented it at Blockbuster or something. And of course he kept saying, I am the Knight Rider. I am the Knight Rider. And I'm like, no, you're not. Knight Rider is Michael Knight, David Hasselhoff. He is the Knight Rider,
Oh,
I am the Knight Rider. You're not stopping me.
Yeah. I mean, that's just what I thought when I was younger. And but yeah, it was chopped up. It was Goose for a lot of the first half of the movie. Then that's when Max started to really switch whenever he saw what happened to Goose and then what happened to his wife and kid.
yeah.
Okay, the music. What'd y'all think?
I don't think it necessarily deterred from the film at all. It definitely added to a lot of your action sequences and such. And I think for the time, I think it's definitely respectable. I don't think it left anything to the to be desired per se. It wasn't the worst ever. I think obviously it could have used more work, but it wasn't bad.
Yeah, I think I was thinking the same thing. It wasn't bad. It wasn't, I didn't notice it. Or let me rephrase that. I noticed it more than I noticed Dune, for example. But I noticed it was building where it needed to be built. When you had you knew it was a big car extravaganza. You knew there was going to be a big wreck or something, and you could feel the music building to that. And Max had his own. When he kind of did that turn, it started, to get to that point.
I just want to see how it squishes.
Sorry, I keep seeing Chad's his daughter up there playing with his head.
It's like a mosquito back there.
Yep.
Chad, what'd you think of the music? Any words on that, or?
Well, there's literally not a lack of music where you had they use more of the music as a kind of introduction of who's coming in. They try to put it with the character and make it more into. I'm coming here. Something's about to happen. Like the common movie classics of tropes of here goes a big action scene. I got to throw some kind of sound in this.
Which honestly I'll take, because it's still a far cry from like the very earliest of films that literally, I'm not talking about silent films. I understand those are silent, but even they had music. But like, films where they just had nothing but dialogue. Like I'll take what this film had all day. So like it's no problem with me.
Oh yeah. Okay. What'd y'all think of the cast?
Smile face.
This is where I honestly think if this film shines outside of just action, I think it really does kind of shine with the cast.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think if the story was more conjoined, as it were, I think this cast could have really shined. I mean, obviously you have some classic name in Mel Gibson, but like overall, even not counting that, I think it was
Smile.
they well played their characters for what they had. Let's put it that way.
Smile. Smile.
Yeah. I mean, this was a very early Mel Gibson. This was his first movie ever, And I think he did a fine role in it, Some of the notable ones that I thought
Smile.
don't get me wrong, I think he's hilarious. I thought Fifi, he was the main of all the MFPs, main guy, the guy that wore all leather, that wore a leather tie, no shirt on,
Real rugged. Ugh.
Yeah, he cracked me up. I liked him. I loved Goose. I really did. I thought Goose was great. I didn't really care for Max's wife. I mean, I didn't see a chemistry between the two of them. Like I've seen in other movies with Gibson and other, But of course, early 70s, they didn't want to do too much. Filmed in Australia, so it was filmed a little bit differently. But for the most part, I thought the villains, I thought both of them, Knight Rider and what was it, Toe Cutter, I thought both of them were really good. I mean, even what's his name? The guy that played Bubba, he was the one with the white hair.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was,
Yeah.
a really good, but he did nothing after this. He did no movies whatsoever.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Chad, what'd you think?
Yeah, I agree. If they had a better plot in there and make it storyline, it would have made this movie better. I wouldn't say better. It would have given them more purpose, and you would see a lot more out of the cast. But they had a good cast in it, even though Mel Gibson was the first. This was his first movie. He did. They saw what he can do and kept bringing in that. What brought Mad Max back to the screen a couple times.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that at all. Primarily most of these actors, when I was just looking at it, they're all Australian. Mel Gibson is like the only one that kind of went on and did much of anything after this. But yeah, I mean, it was a start of a franchise. I mean, it was the movie. It went five movies. Not all of them with Max, but there is 5 movies in the series, I guess you could say. Okay, we're at that part of the show where we are going to rate this movie. All right, Chad, you're the one that started this movie. Give us a rating of it.
So, well, this movie is, to me, it's not a B movie. It's not, especially, but it was very. I know some people might get lost, but it was a great movie. I I'll put this at right at a 3.5.
He's outside in the city.
A 3.5. Okay, John.
He's at home.
So I think this might be one of the few that I feel like I'm lower on. It wasn't bad per se. It's just I got lost so much, and it's not necessarily one I think I would go back to time and time again. Like I would watch it again, but like it'd have to be like it wouldn't
You'd
be.
have to sit
I'd
there
have
and
to
watch
seek
the
it out.
trilogy.
I'm trying to get
Yeah, it'd be something I just have to catch. Like if I caught it, I wouldn't necessarily turn it, but there couldn't be anything else better on, you know. And so for me, I really love the action sequences, and that's a huge part of why my rating is what it is, like as high as it even is. And so for me, it's a solid 1.5, and a lot of that is casting, and then like one whole point of that is just the action scenes, because it feels like the movie was built around those more so than the storyline it tried to convey. So, and then those were really enjoyable to me. But outside of that, I think the movie lacked a lot. So for me, it's a 1.5.
Well, I'm somewhere in between the two of you. Just like John said, I enjoyed all the car wrecks, the car scenes. I mean, when they brought Max's Interceptor out, that black one, it's just that's a thing of beauty. As a matter of fact, man, I should have gotten it. It's under there somewhere. I got a model of it actually to build. Right-hand drive, everything. So, of course, it's totally fake because you can't just turn a blower off and on. I mean, no, that's not the way it works. Of course, they use the same car in the Road Warrior, and they actually, I think, they use the same one in Fury Road too. Interceptor.
Yeah.
Is that the actual name of it, or is that just what we call it? Max's Interceptor, because it was a police interceptor.
Yeah, it's just what they called it. This is not.
I don't remember the actual kind it is. But anyway, still sick looking car. That was, and I know where the series goes from here. So I guess that's probably why I'm going to rate it higher than John is. I'm going to rate it 2.5 at this point, right in the middle, just because there was some really exciting scenes, but then there was other times where the dialogue, I was just like, okay, can we get to the end of this and get to more scenes of cars wrecking, All right. Chad has a couple of questions for us.
All right, guys. So this is going to be I want to see the take of this. So if this world had TikTok, what would go viral?
Honestly, I think old Toey. I think just his crazy antics, I think, would be top-notch modern TikTok like virality. Just because a lot of the stuff he does is just absolutely crazy, and if there's anything that speaks Gen Alpha, I believe it is now, it's crazy and stupid, and I think he fits the bill for that. So if you take away the killing nature of the guy, I think, and you just have his crazy antics, I think he'd go TikTok viral.
I'm going to say the Knight Rider. I think he will that whole monologue of him, he's driving down the road. It kind of reminded me of Jack Burton. He's got a radio and he's just talking away, but you could tell he was crazy. That would be my pick. I think he could be a huge TikTok star, just because, like John said, Gen Alpha or whatever that is, they love the craziness. What was it? The Dude Perfect. People love when they do these, outlandish stuff. Yeah, and so that's my pick.
I agree with Dave with Knight Rider. He almost almost sounds like old radio DJ riding down the road. I mean, it's just think about it, you riding, he's feeling going, "Hey, I'm," and just keeps going and just talks and makes little TikTok shorts.
I'm sorry. Who was that? I was answering a text. Who was that?
Knight Rider.
Yeah, the Knight Rider. Yeah, I also thought about the heavy set guy. That was one of the other police officers. I thought he would have been pretty good too. The one kid was like, "Hey, I want to get on. I want to drive," and he's like, "No,"
The one that finally made him drive and he wrecks the car badly.
Yeah, really.
So, all right. So if is Mad Max secretly hopeful, aggressively pessimistic?
So is he secretly hopeful or is he aggressively pessimistic?
Yeah.
Oh, he's pessimistic all day long. Because I am. I know I'm pessimistic. So, and I see so many of his same traits in him that I see in myself. That he's just, again, he goes back to he thinks he's going to become the same things that he's trying to fight against. So, yeah, that's my take on that.
So I say if he has any hope left by the end of this film, I'd be impressed, but I really don't think he does. It really seems like he's setting up to be almost just vengeance outlaw kind of guy. Like he'd just take down any crime at this point. Almost like some of your classic anti-heroes. Your
Deadpool,
your Green Arrows, your Deadpool, your Punisher, if you will. Punisher's probably a good equivalent.
Punisher is probably a good comparable. Yeah.
So yeah, you really think he wanted to be the secretly hopeful of humanity? I want to get out of this before I actually become the person I hunt. So yeah, I agree. It's he's more aggressively pessimistic than hopeful.
Go ahead, go with that last question you had. I know Shane's not here to answer it, but we'll try to answer.
So I was saving this question for our Mr. Dr. Music, but let's go with this. If this were a musical, who sings first?
The Knight Rider. I think instead of having a monologue, he would burst out into song, and make it into, I am the Knight Rider, and here I am to stay, and you can't get,
I mean,
he basically
kind of did.
It kind of did, but and then I would say, well, yeah, he would be the first one for sure for me.
So Dr. Music did at least answer this question in a text to me, because he's like, if I'm not able to join tonight, will you share this with him? So he said he thought it would definitely be Max to sing first if this was a musical, because the opening scenes where he's by himself getting his car ready and then he approaches the car before it blows up. It's a perfect setting for a Broadway solo. For me, though, I think if you look classic West Side Story and you have this gang just walking up snapping, I think the moment we see the biker gang all together, I don't think it would be the first. Let me be clear. I think we've already answered who would be first. But I think one of the most epic musical scenes in this whole thing, if it were to be a musical, would just be them walking out just menacingly with their own number. Now,
or every time they get into a new city or town or whatever.
A new city, a new fight. Now, we got to get rid of West Side's weird, like, even for the time West Side Story came out, I think it was weird dancing, considering they were getting into fights. But, like, I'd still take it. It'd be funny, it'd be comical, and it'd be good musical.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
And then you could have his wife, like when she's running away from them, all of a sudden she would burst out into song.
Yeah.
When she's in the car, after she kicks him in the groin, and then he could actually, it could be like a duet, but they're in two different places, You know,
Think
where
about
he's
that.
in the car driving away, and then he's kind of holding himself like, "Oh, that hurts, but it's going to hurt you more," or whatever. You know.
It'd be funny. It'd be do the Bohemian Rhapsody style where.
Oh yeah, that'd be interesting. It
Yeah,
would be.
yeah, I agree. Knight Rider would be the first, but I like what Shane said. Mad Max just sorrowfully just singing to his car like, "We going to catch these bad guys." It seems like he knew it was coming. He's sitting there. I'm getting ready. I'm like, all right, I'm the last resort.
Now you see, also
Or when you're playing
Goose
chicken.
was in the bar. Remember, he was
Yeah.
in the bar, and then he heard all the cars, zip, 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 you know, and the sirens go by. That would have been a time. Also,
Yeah.
he could have burst out into song. You know, like, "Oh, I can't believe I'm missing it." Blah 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 blah. Blah. You know, and then when he wrecks, and he just kind of jumps up like, "I'm okay. Here I am. You know, here I am to stay," or whatever, and then kind of foreshadowing that, hey,
Yeah.
you're gonna die later.
Yeah.
Or something, you know. I don't know. I think that would be pretty funny.
Yeah.
Okay, how can we fix or improve this movie? I know Chad might have issues. I know I'm going to have issues not knowing where the series goes.
Mhm.
So,
Well, then I have no issues.
well, I mean, all right. For example, especially with what happens in the beginning of the next movie, I don't think they portrayed this nuclear wasteland enough.
Yeah.
I think it could have been a little darker. You know, it could have been. They did show them scavenging for fuel. You know, like when the 18-wheeler or the tractor trailer was driving, and then they were siphoning it out. You know, I think if you would have saw more stuff like that, where you really saw the gang take over places, not just scare people. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I think that would have been better. And then, okay, the Knight Rider died. Big deal. I mean, you didn't need to go get the coffin and all that. I mean, that just, you know, some of those just kind of lost me on those. So I think we should definitely fix the interaction between Toe Cutter and his troops. You know, all right, if you're going to have the one guy kind of be like, okay, he's your plucky guy that you're trying to train, put him in more situations. Then, you know, we need to see him more and see him stumbling or see him succeeding and then be getting the praise for succeeding or getting the dressing down when you failed, etc., etc. You know, and show more of Max at the beginning. I really think, you know, okay, you had okay, I'm the one that caught the Knight Rider, and then oh, look at that cool car, and then when can we drive it? And you don't see him drive it. You know, there should have been a scene right after that, them driving it or something. You know, I think that was just a missed opportunity.
Yeah.
Somebody else.
See, I think with this, knowing where this goes, I think if you sit there and just take out some of this dead space, like the areas where it didn't really need to just kind of linger on, like going, so it'd be neat to do what they kind of do in this, like I want to use Star Wars, like kind of wars coming. Hey, this is in this area, explaining what's going on. Like that way, you're not just probably see some outlaws chase the police chasing somebody, and very slowly you start seeing Mad Max. Hello, Doctor.
We have Shane. Shane,
Hey,
we were
guys.
just
Dun,
we had just
dun.
answered your last question
Okay.
not that long. I mean, John read it for
Yeah.
all of us.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
but hey, since we got you,
Oh Lord. Okay.
okay, yeah. What did you rate this movie?
Oh. Okay.
We're gonna jump right in.
We're just going to jump right in. We'll jump right in. So I would say I go back and forth on this a little bit because there are some major iconic things with this movie. Of course, the beginning of a franchise, you think about Mel Gibson and kind of this breakout role and the star that he became and everything. One of the things that I love so much is how the movie begins, and John kind of mentioned that in the answer that I gave for the other question Chad had. But just these just iconic moments. You see him working on the car and everything, and then the car drives. You see him step out, and it's just this presence. It's just a cool thing. I as far as the rating, I'll be honest. The movie is not necessarily my cup of tea. Doesn't make it a bad movie. It's just not necessarily my cup of tea. So I'm going to kind of go right in the middle of this, and I'm going to give it. No, what actually, I'm gonna go a little higher. I'm gonna give it a 3.5.
Wow. Okay. Well, guess what?
Since when am I?
That is what Chad gave it. I gave it a 2.5, and John gave it a 1.5.
Wow. John is the Grinch this week.
Yeah, not my cup of tea. Not gonna lie, but it's all right.
Yeah. Well, since we got you, we've already pretty much we're talking about fixing or improving. Is there anything that you think we could fix or improve on this movie?
Sorry, I'm a little bit. I was doing a presentation off of something. That's why I'm here late, and I'm kind of just gathering myself, to be honest.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell
Sorry,
you what.
audience.
No worries, no worries. I mean, it's kind of we shouldn't be asking you some of this stuff, but I will go ahead. I will go ahead, and since we've got all of us, and we won't have to wait till next week, we will do the metadata.
Okay.
All right. I'm sorry, Metacritic. We will do the Metacritic score. Chad, what score do you give this movie?
Ooh, it's kind of hard with this, but I want to go with about 72.
Ooh, that's high.
Okay.
That's high.
Shane.
I'm gonna go a little lower. I'm gonna kind of play the middle here. I'll say 55. No, 60. 60. Give me 60.
Give you 60, huh? All right. Okay, John.
Oh boy. I say 45 to be honest.
Okay. I have no idea what it is. So I don't want to put it on the spreadsheet until we pull it up here. And it was a 73.
Wow. Wow. Whoa.
Okay. So
apparently
guess what?
I just begrudgingly don't like this movie for no reason. Apparently.
Wow, Chad, you had a 72 and this was a 73.
That might be a record right there. That might be a record.
Probably the only record I won't get that close.
1 point off. Wow. Chad, that's impressive.
That
Well, you
is
got to
very
think
impressive.
this was a breakaway, beginning of the series, and they amped the advertising. It sold out box office. You got to think you had a budget of almost 350,000, and they've done over 100 million in sales.
100 million on it. Yeah.
So it made money in box office. So you got to think that it did something good.
Yep.
Yeah, I was shocked.
Mm-hmm.
Needless to say, again, this is one of those ones that I was very pleasantly surprised that they rated it as high as they did.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway, well, that's our show, everyone. We appreciate everybody being out here listening to us rant on a. How old is this movie?
1979.
79.
47 years old.
47. Thank you. See, I knew John teaches math. I knew he could do the
He does.
math quicker than I could.
He does, and he does it
47-year-old
well.
movie
Does it well.
that was rated pretty high. I mean, yeah, we had some things we nitpicked about it. You know, just because we know, some of us know where it goes. So, I'd be interested to see what the critics think of Mad Max 2 or The Road Warrior.
Road Warrior.
You know, it's funny. That movie is introduced in the United States as The Road Warrior. Over in Australia, it was called Mad Max 2. So, anyway, it was called Mad Max 2, and then at the bottom it said The Road Warrior. You know, I was telling them earlier, Shane, I watched these out of order. I watched The Road Warrior first, fell in love with it,
Oh.
saw this one much later on, and I was like, oh, okay. So,
Unfortunately, I kind of did Mad Max in the Thunderdome before I started going down the. So,
okay, so you did the third one first.
yeah.
You know,
I saw where it went. I'm like, oh, how did it get here? Let me go back to the beginning.
Yeah. Anyway, we appreciate everybody. Sorry, I've got this little tickle in my throat, so I don't know if y'all. Luckily, you don't see if I mute my mic or not, but you probably see me coughing, and nothing's coming through the speaker, hopefully, because I've been muting it. So, everyone, we appreciate you guys. Until next time.
Crash and burn.
The Sci-Fi Guys is an independent broadcast and is not affiliated with this movie or TV series. We would love to hear from you. Please contact us by leaving a comment below or by emailing us thescifiguys@gmail.com. Like, subscribe, or share this podcast with someone else who enjoys science fiction. Subscribe or be vaporized.